Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to ask question 142/2017 under my name and is directed to Minister for Education, Heritage and Arts. Braille Eye Slate, which supports learning for visually impaired students, were donated to few special schools in Fiji. Can the Minister provide details of this and how it will benefit the visually impaired students in the special school? Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Minister for Education, Heritage and Arts.
Madam Speaker, I wish to thank the Honourable Member for asking this question. Madam Speaker, Braille is a language that is used to represent letters, numbers, punctuation marks in the entire words. It is a system of raised dots that can be read with the fingers when they touch the button on the device by people who are visually impaired or who have low vision. Our students with visual impairment are capable of mainstream curriculum, Madam Speaker. We want to normalize them. We want to give them a little bit of leverage that will make them feel normal or that will get them into normal schools, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Braille Eye Slate that we have donated to the 3 special schools last week, that is Nelly Special School, Fiji School for Blind in Suva, the Lambasa Special School, were designed by 2 undergraduate engineering students at USP, Nikhil Singh and Vinal Prakash, under the supervision of their senior lecturer, Dr. Utkal Mehta. Madam Speaker, the main vision of these two students was to provide technological solution to the visually impaired people so that they can adapt Braille quickly at an early age. Thus, Madam Speaker, that those 2 students carried out a path-breaking research amongst the students in Pacific Island countries and investigated systematically the level of Braille literacy in children in Pacific. So, Madam Speaker, this research originated first by looking at what is the level of Braille usage, availability, accessibility, and Braille literacy amongst visually impaired children in the entire Pacific. Now, this project was awarded, Madam Speaker, top ranking at the IEEE. IEEE, Madam Speaker, is a top forum of top engineering academics, Madam Speaker. So amongst the IEEE Young Engineers Award Forum in 2016. Madam Speaker, the device is easy to use and it has various modes to teach letters, numbers and others as per visually impaired students' level. It is reprogrammable and it is battery operated, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Braille Eye Slate will assist in the early Braille learning of the visually impaired children from a young age, which is the foundation for the later years. Children will be able to feel or touch the Braille notes and use Braille as a medium, learn the letters of alphabets, numbers, sounds, and symbols. It will assist them to write the text that they can read, Madam Speaker. It is a pre-reading tool for the visually impaired. Learning the alphabets is the basis for reading. Thus, Madam Speaker, this whole Braille learning device will lead to these children being able to read materials, whether it is lecture novels, whether it is reading storybooks, etc. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, complete or nearly complete vision loss. Those young children who have complete or nearly complete vision loss tend to slow down as the vision deteriorates over the years. Thus, the Eye Slate is essential as they continue their learning using Braille language that they have acquired earlier on. Madam Speaker, this device is not only for the little children, it can be also used by adults who have a visual problem or has developed visual problem at a later stage of their life. Madam Speaker, there are 3 educational barriers for teaching Braille, not only for the children in the Pacific, but also visually impaired adults. We are proud of being part of an inclusive government where we have strategically worked very closely with our universities. I want to thank the University of the South Pacific and the researchers, the Dean of the College of Engineering, Science and Technology, Dr. Krokan, researcher, Dr. Mehta, and the 2 students for getting into and developing this device, Madam Speaker, often you will see technological innovations taking place for the needs of the private sector to increase their bottom line. Madam Speaker, in this case, the technological innovation that was done by the University of the South Pacific researchers was to assist a social cause, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, it's a remarkable achievement that normally technology you would see for the business sector to increase profit and push the frontier. But in this case, is to assist the society in this particular area of improving the ability to read, Madam Speaker. And I want to thank the University of the South Pacific for developing a technology for social cause, and the researchers for developing this device or taking this particular area of research, first by examining the literacy, Braille literacy in the entire Pacific, Madam Speaker, and then finding out what the gap was, and Madam Speaker, and then developing this device, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Mikhail Levery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to thank the Honourable Minister for the assistance she had mentioned and relate to the questions that have been asked. But I'd just like to ask the Honourable Minister, is there any backup system for these devices if they run into problems? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, this device has been locally produced by the Engineering College of the University of the South Pacific. That's the best part. They are now looking at outsourcing this to a particular company in Fiji who would do it, and therefore will have their shops in town in different parts of Fiji who could provide any troubleshooting aspect that they would require, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Balmindra Singh.
Can the Minister explain how visually impaired students admitted at special schools away from Suva blind school be assisted? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Speaker, I want to thank Honorable Singh for asking this question. Madam Speaker, all along there is this Fiji School of Blind, where if any visually impaired student will have to come all the way to Suva to be there if they want to study and learn Braille language and use Braille to get access to storybooks or other materials. Madam Speaker, what we have done through the researchers is to give out this device to the special schools around Fiji, so that children do not have to travel all the way from Lambasa, from Manvalevu, or from Rakiraki, or Toka or Ba to Suva to study there, because that's the only place where the device was available all along, Madam Speaker. So, two things, Madam Speaker. One is that the device, the moment we have given a limited number of devices to the special schools outside the Suva Blind School, the USP researchers have promised that they will provide more device to the special schools outside the Suva. And secondly, Madam Speaker, the teachers have been trained how to use the device to teach the students, so that the students then will have a device each and then use it to learn Braille, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Namboyo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Supplementary question. Can the Honourable Minister explain the cost aspect of the Braille device? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank the Honourable Member for asking this question, because, Madam Speaker, normally when a technology is developed, and if the technology is superior to the existing technology, then it is costly. It's more costly. Madam Speaker, in this case, remarkably, the major achievement of this researchers is that not only they have developed a more superior technology from vis-a-vis the existing one, it is also substantially cheaper than the existing one, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, at the moment, the device is only the existing one, which is called Peking's Braille. It is only available at Fiji School of Blind, and the cost of getting one to Fiji is around approximately 2,000 to 2,500 Fijian dollars, Madam Speaker, one device. Now, Madam Speaker, the new one that has been developed, it is at the cost, accessible, one device at the cost of 200 Fijian dollars, Madam Speaker. So, The existing one, which costs about 2,000 Fijian dollars, new one, which is much superior than the existing one, will cost each person $200 to get the whole device, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, what we are now planning is the USP has volunteered that they will provide the device, a device each student, Madam Speaker. We have around 48 students altogether, and then we have got also some adults. So 48 students throughout Fiji, the existing number of students at Fiji School of Blind, as well as some visually impaired students at the different special schools throughout Fiji. All of them will get a device, Madam Speaker. It's very cheap, $200 Fijian dollars. In fact, we did thank the USP, but we're thinking that later on we'll take over. We will provide a device to every child who is visually impaired, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, again, it is very cost effective, a fraction of the cost of the existing device. It is technologically much superior, Madam Speaker, and it's accessible because it's available locally. Madam Speaker, there's enormous interest worldwide to obtain this device. This is the second patent, Madam Speaker, done by USP. It's patented. It's our own Fijian product, Madam Speaker. Thank you.